Welcome back to Wrestling Rants and Reviews. This is episode 51, and as always, I'm your host, Big Mike. And as you've seen at the top of the video, this is going to be a book review on Pure Dynamite. That's right. The Price You Pay for Wrestling Stardom by Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid. Very good book. Definitely recommend it to anybody that's a wrestling fan. Whether you watched Dynamite Kid growing up, or if you just heard stories, or if you got to watch any video of him at all. Definitely pick it up. It's definitely good. It talks a little bit about his childhood, how he's a little bit of a roughneck, how he got into training to become a pro wrestler, meeting up with Bruce Hart while he was wrestling in the UK, to be brought over to the dungeon and wrestle for Stampede and train under Stu Hart a little bit as well. You know, his love of wrestling in Japan, the ribs that he would pull even on his cousin, the British Bulldog. Some great stories in there about the Bulldog as well. So if you're a Bulldog fan, you definitely want to check it out. I recommend it also if you're a huge Hart wrestling or Hart family fan of wrestling. I would almost say don't check it out, but I want to say check it out, because he shoots on them pretty good. I swear he might be, other than Vince, he might be the only guy that doesn't like Brett or a lot of the Harts. You get to see the other side of the Harts. He tells you, well, not some great things. He tells you how it really is, maybe, about the Harts. That's what we get throughout the whole book, though. That he doesn't really like a whole lot of people. You know, he doesn't go off saying that he's a bad person, but definitely not the nicest person. He dislikes a lot of other professional wrestlers. He doesn't like doing the whole autograph gimmick. And he'd much rather be the heel because he's a natural heel. You know. It's just definitely an interesting book. You hear stories that you just never heard before. You know. I didn't read this book until, well, been a couple months ago, but you know, there's some definitely good stories. His battle with drugs, mostly steroids, how he was as a family man. You know, it's definitely a good book, and it's not just about wrestling. You know, obviously it is. It's all involved in wrestling, but there's stories in there that you can learn about everyday life. One of the stories I remember in there is one of the ribs he even did to British Bulldog. British Bulldog wanted to do steroids, and he kept bugging Davey or Tom, the Dynamite Kid, to do steroids. Well, he shot him up with milk. He ended up shooting him up with milk instead of steroids, and he didn't know about it. And the next day they were in the car going to wherever, and they're all going, moo, 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 you know. And Davey Boy didn't know why, but that was why. He actually shot him up with milk. He definitely keeps kayfabe in this book, too. He doesn't let anybody know that wrestling's fake. You know, he definitely keeps kayfabe alive, which is really, really good. He's just a tough guy. He's a tough guy. He really was. Who can we compare him to today? Well, obviously Benoit, because he talks about Benoit being just a young boy going to his finding Dynamite Kid's apartment and say, hey, I want to be a wrestler like you one day. But you know, I'd even say Davey Richards is much to be like a Dynamite Kid. I think a lot of people have surpassed, not surpassed, but you know, went down the same road, and you know, to kind of like emulate someone. Dynamite Kid was definitely a pioneer in a certain aspect for those kind of smaller, tough guys. You know, I don't know. It's just a very good book, a very good read. A lot of good stories about the business and outside of the business, and you know, some things to really look out for in this book. Some really top stories are the last time he was in the same building with Davey Boy, his total issues with the Rougeaus, What led up to the match with the Bulldogs for the title, WWF title. Them not being able to wrestle in Japan and the WWE at the same time. Where Dynamite Kid much rather have been in Japan. I don't know why I keep grabbing the book, but it's there. You know, it's there. It's got a few pictures in there. In the middle, as most books do. As you can see, there's a few there. You know, leading up to what he looks like now, etc. So anyways, very good book. Pick it up. I was actually given this book as, well, I got a package. I got a few DVDs and a few books from my uncle. He gave them to me, but in the U.S. it's $15, or in Canada it's $21.95. But it's definitely worth it. Go to your chapters, local chapters, or wherever to get it, and definitely, I know you'll enjoy it. So until next time, folks, that's that. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, or dislike. You know, all that good stuff. Spread the word, and we'll see you next time. Wrestling Rants Reviews is Big Mike signing off.